Lizzie Bine is saying good to be here. Yeah, it's good to have you as well. I see Peace Dancing. Welcome. Patricia Uma, you're welcome to the webinar. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of persons. Oduola Israel. I hope I got the pronunciation right. Husseini, Joy, Jessica, Ambassador Hatim, you're all welcome. You're welcome. Honorable Terence, welcome to the meeting, welcome to the webinar. Camry Apollo. Okay, like I mentioned, if you've not shared, this with someone, with a friend, please, we enjoin you to do that. Let's be generous with opportunities. You never know who can benefit from this opportunity. And you might just be an angel to that person. So kindly share and let them know what is about to go down. The IMC is coming strong, and not just people winning, cash prizes, but there are a lot of exciting opportunities that are bound. So please, let's share, and we'll kickstart the meeting in a minute. Mr. Mohamed Tanko, thank you for joining the meeting. We recognize your presence. I'm sure you must be a very young man at heart. Thank you for coming, and we're happy to see you here. And I think it's the perfect time to kickstart the meeting. So once again, good evening everyone from wherever you might be joining. My name is Samuel Uwagu. I'm TTSWG, and we're just here to have a conversation around the Innovation Makers Challenge 2023, and an amazing initiative by the TTSWG. And being, the first of its kind, we are aware there are a lot of questions, a lot of queries, a lot of worries about what is it about, what are we getting out of it, who is behind this initiative, who is behind this opportunity, is it for real? Are there faces to the brand? Are there faces to the opportunity? And this is what the webinar is designed to undo. We want to answer your questions, want to bring a representative of the TTSWG to come and clarify whatever concern you might have regarding the IMC. So once again, thank you for joining us. And we have, attendance from different persons across the country. I can see with the names and with the videos of some that are putting on the video, I can see, we have a wide spectrum of people. And this allows us to clarify whatever question you might have, and whatever challenge you might be facing with the application process. So once again, thank you for joining, and we do hope we have a very rewarding session. So as we kickstart, and I'm going to introduce the representative of the TTSWG. Like I mentioned earlier, the TTSWG is a multi-stakeholder, organization that promotes, sustainability in the IMC sector. And for short is, Telecommunications and Technology Sustainability Working Group. And with me on the meeting is Mr. Isaac Emmanuel, a consultant at the TTSWG Secretariat. Yeah, and he will be here to tell us about the IMC about the idea behind the challenge, the vision behind it, what it aims to achieve. Is it a one-time thing? Is it a 3-year? Is it a 2-year thing? Is it an annual program? It will be bringing clarity to all of those questions you might have in your mind. So welcome with me, Mr. Isaac Emmanuel. In the next 15 minutes, is going to tell us and unbundle IMC and the TTSWG to us. And thank you, Mr. Isaac. You have the floor now.
Thank you very much, Mr. Samuel, and thank you to everybody for making time to join the webinar. And I know we all have a busy day, and to make time out to join really means a lot. So we appreciate everybody. I will not waste time, so I'll go straight to share my screen because I love to have a visual for our conversation. So please, can we just confirm if we can all see my screen, and then I will kickstart. Mr. Sam, please, can you see my screen?
Yeah. Please, before you go on, Mr. Isaac, okay. I just want to tell everyone, we would like to be sustainable with time as a very sustainable brand. So as Mr. Isaac, presentation is going on and as is clarifying whatever you can do, you can just drop your questions in the comment section. There is somebody there that is monitoring it, so we'll bring it up and it will be addressed. So you can keep dropping your questions even before he's through with his presentations. Thank you. You can go on, Mr. Isaac.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sam. Also, thank you to everybody. So I'll just dive into what TTSWG is about and what the IMC is about. So TTSWG is the Telecommunication and Technology Sustainability Working Group. Essentially, TTSWG is an advocacy organization composed of private and public stakeholders in the tech and telecom sector in Nigeria. And we have a range of members, including corporate organizations, as well as public sector stakeholders, ministries, departments, agencies that are part of the TTSWG. So essentially what TTSWG aims to do is to ingrain sustainability in the ICT sector in Nigeria. And I've often told the story around it. I will just rush through it briefly, that the reason why we are driving the charge for sustainability in the ICT sector in Nigeria is because that is the next oil for Nigeria. Before now, we know that the oil and gas sector contributed the largest portion of the nation's GDP, and all the conversations was around that. But we also know that because certain considerations around sustainability was not made in the oil and gas sector, we had a lot of drawbacks. We had militancy, we had clashes, and we still have conflict and inequality in the oil producing regions of the country because sustainability was not factored in when exploration started. We want to avert that in the ICT sector, which is fast becoming the next oil for Nigeria and even globally. And that is what TTSWG is championing, that how we can ingrain sustainability systems into the sector right from the start. I'll just do an introduction to our concept, but before that, I would love to highlight some of TTSWG members who play a very active role in TTSWG. Because it's quite a lengthy list, I may not be able to exhaust it, but I would just say that we have memberships cutting across the telecom sector with members like IHS Towers, Nine Mobile, Airtel. We also have MTN. We also have across the services and hardware providers like HP and etc. Komodo Systems, and a number of other members across the government spectrum. We have partners in the Ministry of Science, Technology and Innovation. We also have partners in NASENI, that's National Agency for Science and Engineering Infrastructure. So that just to give an overview of the constitution of the TTSWG. So essentially what we do at TTSWG is we engage in trainings, webinars like this that we're having, We also have a wide range of publicity materials we put out there, detailing the research we do. We're very active in the research space, putting out research around sustainability. Then we also engage in stakeholder engagement roundtables. We have an internship and secondment policy that we drive along with our partner institutions, including Covenant University, University of Maiduguri, King's University, and counting. And then we have the Innovation Makers Challenge, which has brought everybody here this evening. So essentially, what is the IMC? I'm going to go into that right away. The IMC is our signature investment in the sustainability of the Nigerian economy, the sustainability of young innovators in Nigeria. Essentially, the IMC was conceived as a platform, an initiative to showcase the talents and the giftings of young Nigerians who have come up with one innovation or the other that speaks to sustainability, can generate employment, and also can increase the GDP, the gross domestic product of the country. So we understand that the world is moving now, and essentially we are moving to a carbon or a zero carbon economy. And one of the key drivers of that will be how we are able to come up with sustainable innovations to make sure that our nation is on par with other nations of the world and in Africa in that regard. So that's what IMC is looking to do. And the IMC has a fourfold expression. We have the Innovators Challenge, which is ongoing. It's also called the Go to Talent. We have the Innovators Bootcamp. We have the Innovation Exhibition, and we also have the Innovation Conference. And I will come to this subsequently. So some of the objectives for the IMC include, facilitating knowledge sharing between, luminaries in the tech sector and young Nigerian innovators and inventors. We also have to educate innovators on, salient business skills and, understanding of sustainability. Because one of the things we noted is that while we have many young people who are innovators, the fact that they are innovators does not necessarily mean that they are business savvy. So you have someone who is innovative, but needs to be business savvy so that that innovation can hit the market and can be commercialized. Then we are also looking to encourage inclusion, female inclusion in technology in Nigeria to match up startups with business investors and a host of other things that we're championing. I will breeze through because of time, and we want to be sustainable with our time. So the key element which has brought everybody here is the IMC Innovation Makers Challenge, also called the Go to Talent. The Go to Talent is a national competition that entails young innovators from all across Nigeria sending in their applications on their ideas, on maybe products and services that they have developed, they have either innovated or invented that speaks to sustainability. In this first year, our focus is on 6 key areas, which means the entries we receive will largely revolve around these areas. And that's what we're going to use as we filter them. The first is assistive technology. It's linked to health technology, particularly helping persons with disability. The next is energy technology. Then we have agro-technology. We have waste management and climate innovation. Then ed technology, that's ed tech, and with a particular emphasis on games, gaming, apps and innovations around that. And also definitely we have fintech. So essentially applicants to apply would need to fill in the application forms, which I believe some of us may have done that already, and upload, a 60 to 90 minutes second video, 60 to 90 seconds video. That's about 1.5 minutes, telling us about your innovation, what it entails, what you are doing, and how it speaks to sustainability, and also what you're going to do with the prize that is being made available. Then after that has taken place and the Innovation Makers Challenge application closes, which will be happening on the 16th of this month, which is I think about a week away, then we're going to screen through the applications, and then the successful applicants will be reached out to, and those will be the ones who will go on to engage or partake in the innovation bootcamp. Now, in the bootcamp, we are going to go, what am I going to say? When we say we're going to, roll back our sleeves and get to work. So there's going to be a lot of knowledge sharing, a lot of orientation around business development, entrepreneurship, tech regulations, intellectual property, what it means, management, marketing, commercialization. What does it mean to get grants, funding? I know sometimes when you read the news and you're like, so and so raised series this and that funding. They got funding for $4.9 million. Some young innovators just sit down and look like that. Oh my goodness, how is this possible? How can I get this? But then in the bootcamp, you would actually get to learn from experts who have been involved on how they've been able to execute these things. And it will be a very wonderful experience that I know that no one who is serious about innovation will want to miss. Then at the end of the boot camp, those who are successful, those who successfully scale through the assessment at the boot camp, will then have the opportunity to pitch their ideas, and they will be pitching their ideas live at the Innovation Makers Challenge conference happening on Thursday, the 9th of November at Eco Convention Center. That's where all the roads lead to. And at the conference, they will have the opportunity to pitch their ideas to a live panel of judges. So we're going to have the audience, people in attendance. We're having venture capitalists in attendance. We're going to be having, corporate luminaries, businesses from all across Nigeria, including our own TTSWG members. They will be in attendance, and those finalists will have the opportunity to stand on the main stage and pitch their ideas and get feedback on it, and also stand a chance to win their share of the prize, which is about 3.5 million naira. So essentially, this is what it entails. And in the course of the conference, we're also going to be having the exhibition. So the innovation exhibition is going to be composed of select applicants who have been to the boot camp, who have an idea that they can showcase. Then we're also going to have a host of other technology firms and organizations showcasing their products and services. And we will have Omeife. Omeife is the first African humanoid robot, and the Omeife team will be bringing Omeife live. Some of us may have heard of Omeife, to the IMC conference at Eco Convention Center, and those who in attendance will have the opportunity to showcase, engage with the robots, and it brings innovation to life. It will be a very delightful experience. And of course, we have the conference itself, which will happen on that day, for which we're going to be having speakers drawn from all across all sectors and all walks of the speaker, the person of Kate Hancock, who is the founder of Metaverse XYZ and a Web3 advocate. We're going to be having lead speakers, including government ministers. We're expecting to receive the Minister for Communications in attendance. We're also going to be having the Executive Director for Digitalization and IT for Access Bank, person of Mr. Lanre Bamishebi in attendance. We'll have the CEO for Komodo Systems, the president of Mr. Oluwole Asalu, one of the leading tech companies in the country, in attendance. And we have a host of other, interesting, engaging luminaries who will be in attendance at the IMC. I think at this point, I'm almost overshooting my time. I hope with these few points of mine, I have been able to convince and not to confuse you that the IMC is indeed an impactful investment for your time and for your commitment. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Isaac Emmanuel, a consultant at TTSWG Secretariat. And thank you for the beautiful presentation, as well as bringing clarity to what the IMC stands for, what it represents, and the experience that awaits the participants of the IMC. Thank you very much. I can see a lot of questions, in the chat board. Let's keep our questions coming in. And before I get into that, I'll just drop an overview of what was being said in case anyone came into the room later than he started his presentation. That is Mr. Isaac. He has described what TTSWG is, an aggregate of organizations in Nigeria that advocate, and it's highly invested, in sustainability across, the ICT sector in Nigeria, which includes, technology and telecommunications. And it has a lot of member organizations like IHS Towers, MTN, Nine Mobile, among Komodo, among others. And that this idea of IMC is designed, to showcase, the strengths of the Nigerian mind, to showcase, the brilliance of Nigerians, and also to, to support them and give them a push, as they, as they surge ahead in the journey towards creating, innovations that can solve challenges, that can solve the challenges of traffic, that can help people with disabilities live better lives, and that can help, a wide spectrum of people across the country. So, and he said, the IMC, we feature, 3 key unique attributes, if I may say, which the first one is the challenge, which I think a lot of the persons in the meeting already is familiar with. And if you don't know what that is, the IMC challenge, it's a competition where young people pitch their innovation, and the best of it is being selected and rewarded, with cash prizes among the 3.5 million naira available to be won. And as the challenge, and succeeding that is the boot camp, where people that are selected from the challenge, can get some clarity on how to improve their process, and also learn other important skills beyond, beyond innovating things. You need to understand customer insights, understand how to relate with people, how to even source for funds. And this is what the boot camp, we equip those that are selected to do. And on the 9th of November this month, if you've not registered, I want you to go to the TTSWG IMC website. That is www.ttswg. Please, can we have that on the screen? www.ttswg-imc.com. And if you put /registration, it will take you to the registration portal where you can register to be a part of the conference. So here, the conference is happening at Eco Hotel, and it promises a lot of amazing experience, like Mr. Isaac has described. We'll see a lot of innovative guys there, a lot of innovation. We're bringing in speakers across, across the nation and even internationally as well. And that is happening live on the 9th of November at Eco Hotel. And also in the conference, there will be an exhibition where some of the selected applicants to the IMC will get to, showcase their innovations live, and this is an opportunity that for you to get it at the caliber of conference that the IMC is going to cost a lot, but you'll be getting this for free. You'll be getting exhibition booths where you exhibit your innovations for free, and as well as other, innovative and top brands across Nigeria. And those are the 4 aspects of the IMC, like Mr. Isaac have said. So we will be taking questions now. If you've not asked your question, do that. If you have not submitted your application for the challenge, it's closing in a few days on the 16th of this month, to be precise. That is next week, Monday. Get in there and complete your application. And whatsoever challenge you might be having with your application, this is the, the time for us to trash whatever challenge and demystify whatsoever it's confusing or that is confusing you. So thank you once again for coming. Thank you once again for making our time out of your busy schedules to be a part of this to be a part of this conversation. We appreciate you, TTSWG, appreciate you. The IMC is also looking forward to having your innovation on board and you becoming, the poster face for the IMC as well. So I'll start taking the questions right about now. And the first question I have here and is, somebody is asking if the opportunity is open to just Nigerians. Yes, that's correct. So the IMC is for young, creative Nigerian, regardless of where you are in the country, in as much as you're a Nigerian, between the age 18 to 35, the challenge is open to you. 18 to 35, Nigerian. For now, the IMC is only open to Nigerians. So only Nigerians can apply for the challenge. And I'll take another question that says, is TTSWG a software and digital product idea? Does it entails physical product ideas that are technically driven? And that is a question from Mr. Samuel Dari. And I think the presentation from, Mr. Isaac will have provided an answer to that. But if not, TTSWG is a non-governmental organization that is a collective of stakeholders, different organizations across, the technology and telecommunications space in Nigeria. And he has listed some of the members of the organization, like Komodo, IHS Towers. We have MTN. We have many of them that have been mentioned. And what they do is, one of it is the IMC that has probably brought you here. And there are also many advocacy activities that the organization does to ensure that while we are innovating, while we are building a better world, while we are creating, technologies that make things faster and easier, it is also and equally more important that we leave our environment, that we leave our community, and even the health as an whole in a more, wholesome and habitable space, that even while we exit, the generation coming after us, have a very healthy and safe place to live in. So the TTSWG is an organization, an NGO, not for profit, and I believe that answers that question. And this is a question from Emotu. Okay, let me take this again. Are all our applications going to be viewed, or like a regular? I don't know if you can reward that. I can get that question clearly. I'll take another one. Can one send in more than one application? That is Mr. Felix. The challenge is open to everyone, but you can only send in one application. So we are not taking more than one application from a particular applicant or maybe a group of individuals that come together to form the organization. But just know you can only submit one entry. You can only submit one entry. So if you do more than one, others are considered, they are all considered invalid. So we're only taking one entry per person of our organization. And please, can you explain the connection of IMC to Alibaba Group? And I'll take another question. Can I get a soft copy of the presentation sent to my email? That's from Camry Apollo. And another question says, do you have to qualify to be able to attend the conference? Oh, that's from Priscilla Edward. That's a very beautiful question. The conference is completely free at no cost to you at all. In as much as you submit your registration, like I said, go to www.ttswg-imc or -imfim, if you may, .com/registration. Enter your details. I believe that's your name, your phone number, your email, and you are good to go. It is completely free. It is completely free. So a lot of persons are asking for the presentation. I'm not at liberty to say whether you can get that or not. I will also take a question from Fatima Aruna. It says, do you have plans? Yes.
Okay, could I just speak to that question? So for those interested in getting the presentation, please feel free to visit the website. The website actually contains the details of everything you need to know about the IMC as well as TTSWG. So please feel free to consult the website. I believe the link has been displayed, ttswg-imc.com. And you can also visit the TTSWG website itself at ttswg.org. And on it, you'll be able to get as much information as you need. And you know, it will be at your fingertips. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Isaac. There you have it. Visit the website. You have it on the screen currently. You know, you have a lot of information about the conference, you know, about the venue, about what you stand to gain from the challenge from the INC itself. So I'll take other questions. Okay. Can I resubmit my application? Because the video link I kept was a wrong link. And also my video was too large to upload actually. Okay, we are getting a lot of this question about people submitting their application, you know, without uploading the video. Okay, let me take one more question before I get to that. Mr. Abdulaziz Ibrahim Sani is asking if we have to present a prototype of a solution or theory presentation is enough. I believe he's asking for, you can clarify that. Are you asking, you know, for the application or during the conference? So for the application, you have to upload a video, not more than 90 seconds. That's about a minute and 30, no more than 90. Yes, no more than 90 seconds. That's a minute and a half, where you can demonstrate, you know, if you have a prototype of your product, of your innovation. Yes, you're free to demonstrate that, but there are some people that their innovation is a software, which might not be practical, you know, to show physically. They can also share that via screen, while some persons also speak to their innovation. So it's up to you to wow us. It's up to you to wow us with your innovation in 90 seconds. Show us what you're creating, show us what it does, show us how it benefits the world. And remember, Mr. Isaac in his presentation mentioned that there are 6, you know, key sectors that the IMC for this year is looking at. You know, you have the assistive tech that is for people with disabilities. We have the edutech, we have fintech, we have we also have, you know, AgTech, that's for agricultural technology. And I believe I've mentioned 5. I can't remember the one I'm missing now, but we have those information
waste
on
management and climate innovation.
Yeah, thank you very much. Waste management and climate innovation. And it's also important to ensure that whatsoever innovation you're submitting as an entry also aligns with the SDGs, the Sustainable Developmental Goals. Make sure it aligns with it, and it also falls under the purview of the 6, you know, categories I've just mentioned. And also, for those that are asking if they can resubmit the application, I think we'll give the opportunity for you to do that, and we'll let the team that review that actually look through the details and discard the one without the video. I'm looking for more questions. Okay. Okay, more people are asking for a soft copy of the presentation. Go to the website and you will find more details, you know, about the IMC. It says, can anyone from the team upload the required video? This is from Priscilla Edward in the application, or does he have to be the person who is leading the application? I believe this person is referencing maybe a team of people who come together to form an organization. It's fine. Whatever face you want to put is fine. If you're about 3 or 4 and the 4 of you want to feature in the video, that's also fine as well. In as much as your organization is not submitting more than one entry, and it also aligns with some of the requirements that's been listed both on the website and over the course of the meeting. So I know a lot of persons also asking questions about, what is stand to gain. Like he has mentioned, there is 3.5 million naira available in cash prizes to be won. And there are also opportunities, to get to engage with venture capitalists that will be live at the conference. So it's an opportunity to pitch your innovation and even get far more than this challenge prize is offering. There's far more for you to benefit. And also, a number of persons that make it to the bootcamp stage and the final phase of the application process, like Mr. Isaac mentioned, a number of persons will be selected for the bootcamp, and out of them, based on the performance, a few will be selected, and they will get, to exhibit their innovation live, like I mentioned, at the conference. So you have a lot of people that are going to be present at the conference, a lot of international speakers, a lot of thought leaders, a lot of innovative persons. So it's an opportunity to scale whatever innovation that you've mentioned. And we also have a platform, like as you would have seen from the attendance of the meeting, we have a lot of persons here, from the north, from the east, from the south, from the west. And the IMC also has a platform where it's going to, showcase the winners and also their innovation to the world, via the national, the local, and also international media platforms, where we get to spotlight and show the world what young creative people are capable of doing. And you also get to network, with great professionals at the boot camp. You'll be trained. You also be certified. There are certificates available for those that scale through that process. And you also have, venture capitalists who will be there to help you refine your idea, show you how to pitch your idea better, show you how, you can get to seek and get funding for yourself. There are a lot of funds out there waiting for people with great ideas. And, they will show you, how to bridge the gap from where you are now to where you need to be, how you can pitch better, how you can communicate your ideas better, and also, how you can package your innovation, to make it scale. These and lots more are the opportunity that you will be getting from making it, to the final application process. Also, I'm still looking at the chat board for more questions. Somebody saying Bekuru. I'm sorry if I mispronounced the name. It says, good evening. I'm Cynthia. Okay, thank you. Good to have you, Cynthia. Is my application considered if my prototype is yet to be finished, but I can do an overview of it in the video? It's important for that's from Mr. Adeleke Wasiu. It's important that you're able to demonstrate how your innovation works and how it solves the challenge it is open to solve. So that is important. It says, thank you for the opportunity. This is Mr. Komolafe Adeoluwa Emmanuel. Thank you for the opportunity to re-upload. Okay, thank you, you're welcome. I am Adebayo Afiz. I want to ask about the SDG alignment. If the innovation happens to cut across more than one SDG goal, can we choose more than one? Absolutely. You can have an innovation that cuts across, 2-3 SDGs at the same time. So you're welcome to apply if it does. Okay. Must the innovator be a tech bro or sis? Like was mentioned earlier, the IMC is looking forward to, rewarding, showcasing, and also, promoting young people in, the technology and telecommunication space. So for the IMC, it is important that you have an innovative idea, an innovative product or service. And if that makes you a tech bro, a tech sis, like it's been mentioned, what is just important that you have an idea, you have a product, you have something you've developed, that solves for particular challenges that cut across, the ag tech, the assistive tech, waste management and climate innovation, edutech, fintech, and those sectors, and ensure that the innovation aligns with this sector. You're free to apply. Male, female, we are keen, to see a lot of women and ladies participate in the challenge as well. And like I mentioned earlier, there are three, critical and key elements to the IMC. There's the challenge, which is currently ongoing and closes for entry on the 16th of this month. So if you're still deliberating about putting in your application, now is the time to do that. Now is the time to do that. Ensure that you submit your videos, because that's the critical element of whatever application you are putting forward. Ensure it also aligns, with the sectors that I've mentioned. Ensure also that you have checked through, the requirements, of that is being listed, and ensure that you also submit. And when you do that, you should get an email that confirms, the submission of your application. Very important. And it doesn't just end with the application. There's also a conference, a massive conference that is happening live at Eco Hotel on the 9th of November. That's next month, happening in a few weeks, the 9th of November. And you can go to, www.imc.com. Let me take that again, www.ttswg-imc.com/registration. Registration is absolutely free. Registration is absolutely free, and without a price at all. And there are a lot to look forward to experiencing in the conference, exhibitions of all sorts of creative and innovative technology. You have heard the names of some of the speakers that we're expecting to be present, the 9th of November this month. Do not miss it. Let me look for more questions. Does it mean that the age limit is between 18 and 35? Yes, that's correct. For now, we're looking at young people between the ages 18 and 35, correct. Can this be more flexible? For now, the IMC is looking forward to entries from people between 18 and 35. John Peter is saying my technology is on education. Yes, you can apply. That is effect that was mentioned. You can apply. Let's receive your entry, Mr. John. Yes, you can submit your application. What if the technology is on business management? Can we also pitch that? Well, if your business falls in any of the categories that has been mentioned, yes, you're free to apply. That's JSAM. Yes, you're free to apply if your business falls into the category.
May I speak to that as well, Mr. Sam?
Yes, sir, feel free.
All right. Okay. So essentially, the categories those are the 6 categories. If if the applicant is really savvy at applying and can find a way to link it. Business management, for example, if done properly, can be linked to fintech as a category. That's if done properly, but it has to directly link to any one of these 6 categories. That's our focus. Maybe for next year, we're going to have a different range of categories we're going to focus on. But for this year, this is the focus. And for your application to be relevant, it needs to speak to one or more of these areas, and it also needs to speak to the SDGs.
Thank you very much for that clarity, Mr. Isaac Emmanuel. I hope that clarifies, the question. I'm also looking for more questions. Where will security tech fall into? I believe that just answers your question. My technology is in security and transportation. Can organizations apply? An organization, yes, organizations, can organizations apply? I believe the IMC is restricted to a team of 5 at the maximum. Yeah, if it's less than that, you can apply. How about innovation that falls in the charity tech sector? So Mr. Isaac has just mentioned that your creativity in submitting your application is very important. You should be able to tell your story accordingly and ensure that it fits into the category that IMC is requiring of you, and this is very important. Somebody is also asking, what if someone, this is Mr. John Peter F. Young, what if someone is selected but cannot come to the conference due to transportation? What will be the outcome? I'll let Mr. Isaac take that question. But while it does, let me look at the chat section for more questions. Does it mean that the age limit has to be 18 and 35 years? The age limit for now is 18 and 35. For the IMC Challenge 2023, you have to be between the age 18 and 35, as that when the competition holds. Okay, Mr. Isaac, you can answer that. It's saying, what if someone is selected but cannot come to the conference on the day of the event due to transportation? What will be the outcome?
Okay, so essentially the person will have to be selected first. Then once the person is selected, we have an in-house team that is going to follow up with every selected candidate. And then the bootcamp aspect of the IMC is going to be syndicated virtually. And part of the reasons for the consideration is so as to give applicants flexibility to join in from anywhere in the world or anywhere in Nigeria where they are. So which means since the bootcamp will be syndicated virtually, essentially for you to be present at the IMC would be just for the conference. And for those who eventually get on the bootcamp, that's a conversation that we're going to have with them. So it's there's a team already detailed on that, and those are part of the considerations that we have made. So thank you very much for the question. Would encourage you to send in your best application so that once you get on the bootcamp, then we can take that conversation forward. But rest assured that we've already made consideration for this. Yeah.
Mr. Isaac, can you say that again? I think the person had a problem with their network and didn't get you. Can you kindly just take that again once more?
Oh, okay, I will. So I said that to be able to have that conversation, you would first need to be selected. When you are selected, you will need to go to the bootcamp, participate in the bootcamp. Then after participating in the bootcamp, there are those who will be selected to come and pitch. Of course, we encourage, and it is required that everyone who participates in the bootcamp attends the IMC conference. So I said that once the selection process has gotten to that stage, this is a conversation that we're going to be having one-on-one with each applicant to know where they're coming from, and then the considerations and preparations that we're making for them. So it's something that we have already taken into consideration, and we'll have that conversation with those who make it to the bootcamp. All right, okay. Mr. Sam, I think you're muted. We're unable to hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you very much, Mr. Isaac, for that clarity. I hope that clarifies your question, Mr. John Peter. Yeah, thank you so much. I think this will be the last question I will be able to take, and it's from Mr. Komolafe Adeoluwa Emmanuel. It says, will an individual with age 16 above be approved if they register? Yes, we encourage young people to be innovative and to do a lot of great stuff that can make our country and represent even the continent on a global scale. But for now, the IMC challenge is only open to people 18 and between the ages 18 and 35. But we can encourage your participation in the conference. It's open to everyone across the nation. You're welcome to attend, to come and network with some of the best minds and leaders of innovation in Nigeria and even internationally as well. Like Mr. Isaac mentioned, there will be Keith Hancock, speaking live at the event, and we have other experienced and international speakers that will make it a date at the conference once again on the 9th of November this year. That's in a couple of weeks at Eco Hotel. And for you to be part of that, you have to register from the website. And once again, go to www.ttswg-imc.com/registration. It's very important that you register before you can gain entrance to the website. Very important. www.ttswg-imc.com/registration. So thank you very much. Let me see if I can invite in, let me take one more question. We're running out of time. So yes, applications are still open for the challenge, and that is closing in a couple of days on the 16th of this month. The conference also is open for registration, happening on the 9th of November. And we're still open to sponsorship, sponsorship from corporate bodies. We are welcoming all sponsors on board. Go to the website www.ttswg.com to see how you can do that. And for more inquiries, you can also send an email to imc@ttswg.org. We'll take your questions. And if there are no questions you were unable to answer, that was not being answered, or you don't like the kind of answer you got in this meeting, you can also, ask your questions on social media, on our social media channels. On Instagram, it is at TTSWG. On Facebook, Technology and Telecommunication Sustainability Working Group, search for that at TTSWG on Twitter and also on LinkedIn as well. And you can also send, your email to imc@ttswg.org. So thank you very much for making it a day with us. And we believe that we've been able to bring some clarity to the questions on your mind regarding the IMC. And you can also visit the website www.ttswg-imc.com to also see some of these questions answered on the FAQ session. So once again, thank you very much. We are looking forward to receiving your application, and we are most excited to welcome you on the 9th of November next month to the conference happening at Eco Hotel Convention Center, Victoria Island, Lagos. We are looking forward to seeing you there, and let's innovate, let's make Nigeria a better place, and also let's make the world a better place for all. So thank you for coming. Thank you. Make sure that you tell somebody that the IMC is going on, open to all, the conference for attendance, and the challenge, if you are 18 to 35 and you have a great idea, please submit. Go to www.ttswg-imc or /imc, right? Dash, I think that's the correct word, www.ttswg-imc.com/apply to submit your entry. We can't wait to see you. We can't wait for the world to celebrate your great idea. Thank you very much. And that is it from us.